Hello everyone, it's me again, Kiana, and welcome back to my channel. As you guys can see from the title of this video, we are going to be reviewing the Women Are Magic poetry collection by Amanda Lovelace, which include The Princess Saves Herself in this one. This is book 1. The Witch Doesn't Burn in this one, which is book 2. And then The Mermaid's Voice returns in this one, which is book 3. So this is my first time ever reviewing a poetry collection, but this, as I said, one of my biggest goals this year was to branch out and start doing more things, and a lot of people recommended the Amanda Lovelace series, like all her books, so let's just go in. I am gonna do like what I normally do at my normal book reviews, talk about what I liked and didn't like, my ratings for them, and what I recommended. So for book 1, The Princess Saves Herself in this one, I gave this a 4 out of 5 stars. For the second one, The Witch Doesn't Burn in this one, I gave 3 out of 5 stars. And then The Mermaid's Voice returns in this one, I again gave 3 out of 5 stars. So let's start with book 1. So book 1, as everyone knows, is the first collection, and it's broken down into, I believe, either 3 or 4 parts. The Princess, the Damsel, the Queen, and You. I did tab these up, and my tabs in this one was to stuff I related in. So there is trigger warnings in the beginning. It just says this is not a fairy tale. There is no princess. There's no damsel. There's no queen. There's no tower. There are no dragons. There's simply a girl faced with the difficult task of learning to believe in herself. So this, in her first one, she talks about, if I remember correctly, you know, trying to deal with, I believe in this one, it was trying to deal with the after effects of a breakup, like with a really toxic person, how she was able to move on and finally like figure out like this person was toxic, the stuff that he did to me was not okay, I need to learn how to heal. And I related to this a lot. One of my favorites is on page 182, and it says, "Repeat after me, you owe no one your forgiveness except maybe yourself." That's what I did with this one. I tabbed just stuff I related to, stuff that spoke to me, and it really touched me because everyone, I believe, like once in their lifetime has a toxic ex. So reading this, especially after stuff I've been through, spoke to me the most, and this is one of my favorite ones. So this is why I gave this one a 4 out of 5 stars. The second one is The Witch Doesn't Burn in this one, but I read it, I didn't know it was a series, so I read it, The Princess Saves Herself in this one, then I read The Mermaid's Voice Returns, and then I read The Witch Doesn't Burn. So technically the one where you're supposed to read it is this is the next one, The Witch Doesn't Burn in this one, which is almost like poetry collections based off witches. It's broke down again into 4 parts: The Trial, The Burning, The Firestorm, and The Ashes. So kind of wrote why I didn't like this one. I didn't like, and I get it, in this one she talks about you know, trigger warnings for rape and sexual assault and all of that, and she tries to, in her poetry, she blames almost all men, and the way that she's writing it, she is putting it out there as it's almost every woman's opinion against men, which is one of the reasons I didn't really enjoy this. I didn't tab it up as much as the first one. As you can see, I think I only had 5 of them. And again, in this one, I tabbed the ones that meant the most to me. One of my favorite ones is on page 35, which is, "To be a woman is to be worn down, knowing all the odds are stacked against you and never giving up in spite of it." Majority of these is like poetry collections about witches, which I get it, you know, The Witches Doesn't Burn in this one, understandable. But like the way that the style is written, I didn't enjoy it. Like clustered all together like this, no, I didn't enjoy it. I felt like I was reading a book. If it's like this, depending on like what it was, I did enjoy it. But this one, it really didn't speak to me as much as the first one, so that's why I gave it 3 stars. And then the last one is The Mermaid's Voice Returns. And this one, this is the third one. And again, it's broken down into 4 parts, which is the ship, the sky, the shipwreck, the song, and the surviving. I enjoy this one more than the second one. And this one I tabbed up 2 different times. Purple was stuff I related to personally, and then blue was stuff I enjoyed. So one purple, The first purple one that spoke to me the most was on page 23, and it says starlight, start bright. First star I see tonight, I wish I may, I wish I might. Flee my skin for but a night. I used to say that rhyme when I was younger. Starlight, star bright, first star I see tonight. I wish I may, I wish I might still wake up to see the morning light. That was like a little prayer they taught me when I was younger. And that was just something I really enjoyed. And then blue was something I related to. And one of them was, some stories don't have happy endings. Some stories don't have endings at all. Ours didn't, ours couldn't, ours won't. It was easier to pretend you died. It was easier to kill the sleeping prince. I wrote my own ending in blood, which is on page 82. The reason I said I didn't like this one the most was nothing, again, really stood out to me. The poems didn't really connect. It was supposed to be a mermaid inspired, but it jumped more, because it was broken down to the 4 parts, like I said, but it would jump back to like part 1, like what the first one would be in part 3, and then part 3 would begin in part 1, and it was just very confusing. So yeah, this was 3 stars. Amanda Lovelace is an amazing poetry author, I can say that, but out of these 3 in her first series, the only one I really enjoyed was The Princess Saves Herself in this one. She has another one, which is Shine Your Icy Crown, and another one, it's like princess inspired, like fairy tale inspired, and I enjoyed that one way more than these 2, and I can't wait to see if she brings out a 3rd one. But yeah, so that is my review for this Women's Are Magic poetry collection. I'll be leaving here on the side of me 2 videos I feel you guys should check out. Comment down below your thoughts of this, and I will hopefully see you guys very soon with another video. Bye guys.